We'll begin by teaching you Ujjayi breathing. Come into a comfortable seated posture. Sit up straight. Roll your shoulders back. Allow your arms to be long and relaxed. Drop your chin down slightly to lengthen the back of your neck. Ujjayi breath creates a unique sound. As the breath is controlled by a slight constriction in the throat, it travels through the wind passages and over the vocal cords. Once learned, Ujjayi will always be practiced with the mouth closed. However, it is easier to learn through an open mouth technique. Begin by whispering the word ah as you exhale. Allow the breath to empty completely. Continue by whispering the word ah as you inhale through the mouth. Repeat this again. Exhaling. Once again, inhale through the mouth. Now gently close your lips. Exhaling. Continue the sound on both inhalation and exhalation. Focus on the sound. Ujjayi will help you to use your entire lung capacity, and it builds stamina in your practice. Ujjayi breath creates a rhythm and brings a meditative quality to your yoga practice. We will continue by teaching you 3-part diaphragmatic breath, which helps you to develop and use your entire lung capacity. Using Ujjayi breathing, gently bring your hands to your abdomen. Begin inhaling as the stomach floats forward into your hands. On exhalation, stomach contracts. Inhaling, abdomen rises. Exhaling, stomach falls. Inhaling, using Ujjayi. Exhaling, natural contraction. Leaving your right hand on your stomach, moving your left hand to your rib cage. Inhaling, abdomen rises, ribs and intercostal muscles expand. Exhaling, ribs contract, and stomach falls. Ujjayi, inhaling, stomach, ribs. Exhaling, ribs squeeze together, and stomach contracts. Inhaling, abdomen rises, ribs move out to the side, pressing the hands away. Exhaling, feel the ribs squeeze together and feel the stomach naturally contract. Leaving your hand on your rib cage, moving your opposite hand to your chest. Inhaling, stomach rises, ribs expand, chest lifts. Exhaling, chest drops slightly, ribs squeeze together, and the abdomen falls. Ujjayi breathing, inhaling, lower abdominal, intercostal and ribs, upper chest. Chest drops slightly, ribs squeeze together, and the stomach contracts. Continue using 3-part diaphragmatic or complete breath. Deep, even breathing. Diaphragmatic, complete, or 3-part breath allows you to feel and better understand the workings of your lungs, thereby inspiring you to use your full lung capacity. Deeper breathing increases vitality and helps strengthen the lungs. Using Ujjayi pranayama, yogic breathing, along with 3-part breath, will help you to develop concentration, endurance, and flow in your practice. Please come into Tadasana, standing mountain position. Shift your weight gently across the balls of your feet, settling into your heels. Engage your quadricep muscles. Separate your ribs as you lift your chest. Roll your shoulders down and back. Long, relaxed arms. Let your chin come to a level or slightly dropped position and extend through the crown of your head. Bring your hands into prayer position, Namaste. Take several deep, even Ujjayi breaths. Balancing the inhalation and the exhalation. A-series salutation. Inhaling. Pressing with your feet, extend your arms out to your sides and overhead as you look up. Exhaling. Bending the knees or coming forward with a flat back and straight legs into Uttanasana, standing fold. Inhaling, standing arch position. Press with your feet, lift through the crown of your head, draw your shoulders back. Exhaling, step back and lower through Chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling, pressing with the hands, spreading the fingers and pressing through the tops of the toes. Exhaling, down dog position. Deep, even Ujjayi breathing. Spread your fingers, press with the heel of your hand. Stack your bones. Ears along the insides of your arms, rolling the shoulders down and back. Lift through your sit bones and tailbone. Lengthen the legs and drop your weight down through your heels, even if your heels can't touch the floor. Inhaling, stepping forward between your hands and arching up, lifting from the breastbone. Exhaling, standing fold. Inhaling, with bent knees or straight legs, reach your arms out to your side and overhead, lifting the chest, dropping the tailbone, and exhaling, closing the salutation. Hands at heart center, prayer position, Ujjayi breathing. Inhaling, press with the feet, engage the thighs, tuck the tail, and lift the chest. Exhaling, bending forward from the hips and extending down into Uttanasana, fingertips and toes level, head released. Inhaling, standing arch position, drawing the shoulders back. Exhaling, step back and come into lowered plank position, Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog, stretching the tops of the thighs. Exhaling, press back into the down dog. Center plane of the thighs facing forward. Several deep, even Ujjayi breaths. Equal weight distribution between your hands and your feet. Feet anywhere from together to hip width apart. Lift your hips, stretch back through your tailbone and sit bones. Inhaling, looking up and stepping forward lightly into the standing arch, filling the lungs. Exhaling, standing fold, lift through the sit bones. Inhaling, sweeping out, coming all the way up to standing, reaching up through the fingertips, looking up. Exhaling, returning your hands back to your sides and back into prayer position. Third A-series salutation. Deep breathing, Ujjayi, inhaling, sweep the arms up and look up. Exhaling, following the breath all the way into the standing forward fold. Release the back of the neck. Inhaling, standing arch, press with your fingertips. Exhaling, stepping back, coming straight down, Chaturanga. Inhaling, hips towards the hands, up dog position. Exhaling, down dog. Deep, even Ujjayi. Crown of the head extending towards the floor. Ears in line with the insides of the arms. Keep your weight firmly planted. With inhalation, step forward, filling the lungs, standing arch. Exhaling, draping the ribs over the thighs, standing fold. Inhaling, sweeping out, using the breath to bring you all the way up to standing. And exhaling, lifting through the breastbone as you reach out and close the pose. Hands return to Namaste, prayer position, C-Series salutation, 12 position sun salute. Inhaling, extending your arms out in front of you with the palms facing, lift your chest into the standing arch position. Exhaling, with bent knees or straight legs, come down into Uttanasana, standing fold. Inhaling, right leg comes back behind you, lunge position. Press with your fingertips, lift your chest, drop your shoulders. Hold the breath in, plank position. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhaling, cobra, sweeping forward, rounding the shoulders back. Exhaling, pressing up and back into the down dog position. Right leg comes forward, inhaling, lunging on the left side of the body. Sinking, lifting, extending through the crown of the head. Exhaling, standing fold. Inhaling, with slightly bent knees or straight legs, reach your arms out to your side and come back into the standing arch, lifting along the front of the body, and exhaling, tail tucked, closing the pose. Second C-Series salutation, Ujjayi breathing. Inhaling, arms extend in front and overhead with the palms facing, lift through the breastbone. Exhaling, bending through the hips, sit bones pressing back, standing fold. Inhaling, right leg, lunge position. Sinking, working the quadricep muscles. Breath held in, plank position. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin. Pubic bone pressing as you sweep forward into the cobra position, back of the neck lengthened. Exhaling, down dog. Right leg forward as you inhale, stepping between your hands, planting the front foot, sinking and pressing through the back foot. Exhaling, stepping together, Uttanasana, standing fold. Inhaling, using the Ujjayi breath, reach out, bring the arms towards one another, shoulder width, extend through the crown of the head, open the pelvis, and exhaling, closing the pose. Hands in prayer position, Namaste, third C-Series. Inhaling, arms sweep in front of you, lift the front of the body, tuck the tail, plant the feet. Exhaling, keep pressing through the feet as you come forward, reaching through the crown of the head, standing fold. Right leg back, lunge position with inhalation. Hold that breath in, step back, tailbone extending back into the plank position. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin, hands under the shoulders. Inhaling, cobra, press with the thighs, roll the shoulders back, weight through the elbows. Exhaling, lift your hips, stretch back through your tailbone and sit bones. Inhaling, right leg comes forward, sinking, bring the back bend to the front of the body. Exhaling, stepping together, standing fold, Uttanasana, top of the head towards the floor. Big inhalation in as you sweep the arms out. Open the front of the body, press with the feet, tuck the tail, reach through the arms and fingertips, looking up, and exhaling. Hands come back into prayer position, preparing for standing poses. Trikonasana, triangle. Step your left foot back, 3/4 distance, toe, heel, and arch alignment. Inhaling, press with your feet, lift your arms. Exhaling, extend your right arm forward, connecting with the front of your right shin as your left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Keep your tailbone tucked and moving down towards your back heel. Keep your weight to the outer edge of your back foot. your rib cage moving down towards the top thigh. If there's any tension in your neck, look down at the floor. A nice long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, closing the pose, turning your feet in the opposite direction. Toe, heel, and arch alignment. Tuck your tail. With inhalation, lift your arms. Exhaling, extending your left arm down to your left shin. Right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Drop your rib cage, elongating your torso. Keep your shoulders away from the base of your neck and ears. Keep your feet activated, your tailbone extended. Inhaling, extending up. And exhaling, closing the pose. Virabhadrasana 2, hero position. Slide your left foot back to widen your stance. Inhaling, bring your arms up shoulder height. On exhalation, bring your shin to a right angle, perpendicular to the floor. Lift your breastbone. Drop your sit bones. Extend through the crown of your head. Keep your ujjayi breathing coming all the way into your chest. Long extension through the arms. Outer edge of the back foot planted. Exhaling, gently release, lower your arms, turn your feet in the opposite direction. Square your hips, tuck your tail. Inhaling, press with your feet as you extend through the arms and the crown of your head. Exhaling, sink through the sit bones, bringing the knee directly over your heel. Your shin perpendicular to the floor. Torso is centered over the hips. Head in line with the shoulders. Inhaling, release, and exhaling, lower your arms. Extended right angle, Parshvakonasana. Toe, heel, and arch alignment again. Tuck the tail. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, coming through hero, extending the right arm out, bringing the forearm, connecting with the top of the thigh, extending the left arm away from you, turning the palm up, and exhaling, extending the arms straight overhead. Turning the head to look past the armpit and up towards the ceiling. Keep your weight extended to the outer edge of your back foot. Keep the front foot pressing, the arm connecting with the thigh. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling, lower the arms. Turning the feet to the opposite side. Inhalation, arms come up shoulder height. Exhaling, lower through the hero pose, extending your lower rib cage and placing your left forearm on your thigh. Right arm extends overhead. Back foot pressing. Long straight line from the outer edge of the back foot through the fingertips. If there's any tension in the neck, turn the head, look down at the floor, elongating the back of the neck. Keep your breath smooth. Exhaling, release. Turn your feet in the opposite direction, bringing your back foot up slightly. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Inhaling, arms come up. Back hand onto your hip. Right hand brings the fingertips 6 inches in front and to the outside of your little toe. Left arm resting on the hip, and then bringing the arm up towards the ceiling if you have your balance. Keep your back foot in line with your hip, ball of the foot extending away, crown of the head extending forward, fingertips pressing. Exhaling, release, stepping back through triangle position and coming up. Exhaling again, closing the pose. Turning your feet in the opposite direction, half moon. Inhaling, sweep the arms up. Extend through the left arm. Right hand on the hip. Left fingertips come forward and to the side of your left foot. Press into the standing leg, extending the back leg, bringing the ball of the back foot and the hip all into one straight line. Fingertips of the right arm extend straight up towards the ceiling. You can turn your head to look at the side if you'd like. If there's any tension in your neck, please look down at the floor. Bringing your hand onto your hip as you come through triangle position, releasing the posture. Inhalation brings you up, and exhaling, close the pose. Virabhadrasana 1, forward-facing hero. Lengthen your stance. Inhaling, reach your arms out and overhead, palms facing. Arms shoulder width. And exhaling, drop your hips, bringing your shin bone perpendicular to the floor. Keeping your knee directly over your heel. Nice space between the ribs. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, close the pose, turning the feet in the opposite direction. Keeping your weight to the outer edge of the back foot. Inhaling, lift the arms. Exhaling, begin to sink, stretching through the back heel. Weight over the front heel. Shin perpendicular. Knee directly over the heel. Nice broad neck, arms shoulder width, fingertips extending towards the ceiling, don't break at the joints. Top of the head extending. Inhale, release. Exhale, closing the pose. Turn your feet in the opposite direction for hero balance, Virabhadrasana 3. Stepping up slightly, inhaling, draw the arms overhead with the palms facing. Exhaling, shift your weight onto your right foot, extending the left leg back behind you. Moving from the ball and socket of your hips only as far as you can comfortably balance. Keep your neck long and extended, top of the head reaching. Exhaling, release as you step back and lower the arms. Turning your feet in the opposite direction, hero balance. Deep sweep on inhalation, step up onto the left foot. Extend through the ball of the right foot as you pivot at the hips. Try and keep the back foot and fingertips aligned. Look down at the floor so you don't compress your neck. Keep the ears even with the arms. Center plane of the back thigh facing the floor. Arms no greater than shoulder width. Exhaling, release, and close the pose. Turning both feet forward for the straddle fold twist. Bring your weight to the outer edges of your feet, hands on your hips as you inhale. Exhaling, extend through the spine, bending from the hips as you come forward, placing the hands on the floor. Bring your left hand to the floor, slightly in front of and between your feet. Your right arm extends up towards the ceiling as you exhale. Press with the heel of your left hand, extend through the fingertips of the right hand. Elongate your spine from the crown of your head back through your hips and tailbone. Exhaling, release. Clasping the elbows and hanging forward, keeping the crown of the head towards the floor. Coming back, second side. Right hand presses, left arm extends up towards the ceiling. The feet and legs are active. Beautiful long straight line from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Keeping the back of the neck lengthened and relaxed, looking down at the floor if you feel any tension in the back of your neck. Keep your breath fluid, exhaling, releasing the pose. Once again, clasping the elbows, roll your sit bones up, top of your head towards the floor. Release your arms, soften your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Deep Ujjayi, inhaling and exhaling, stepping forward and bringing the feet together. Hands in prayer position. A-series salutation. The Deep Ujjayi inhalation. Sweep your arms out, look up and reach up, flowing forward into a long, deep forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling, standing arch position, pressing with the fingertips, reach through the crown. Exhaling, stepping back, coming all the way to the floor, lying boat position. Stretch your arms out in front of you onto the floor, palms facing. Deep Ujjayi inhalation, and on exhalation, reach out through your fingertips, back through your toes, focusing on extension as you lift the body. Press through the balls of the feet, center plane of the thighs facing the floor, buttocks engaged, breastbone lifting, crown of the head extending, palms facing. Exhaling, release, turn your head to the side. Keep your breath fluid. Returning to center, lying boat position. Tuck your tail, and on exhalation, come up. Bring the back bend to the front of your spine, arcing from your fingertips through the torso with the legs engaged and the feet active. Relaxing and exhale, release. Turn your head to the opposite side. And back to center, hands underneath your shoulders. Gently press up and push back into the embryo position. Keep your breath moving. Rolling up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to sitting. Shift your hips to the right, setting up for Navasana, the seated boat position. Bend your knees, draw your knees in towards your chest. Extend through the balls of your feet. Palms facing, fingertips extending with the chest lifting. You can use either a bent knee or a straight leg variation. Keep your shoulders relaxed, crown of the head extending, long neck muscles, and exhaling, release, sitting up straight. Keep your breath going, rocking back onto your sit bones once again. Bent knee or straight leg variation, boat position. Extending your feet, and then your arms out in front of you with the palms facing. Working the thighs, working the abdominal muscles. Shoulders dropped. Lifting along the front of the body, keeping the legs active. Exhaling, release. Come onto your knees, setting up for camel position, Ustrasana. Separate your knees no greater than hip width. Tuck your tailbone. Turn your toes under. Take a deep breath in from Namaste, and on exhalation, bring your fists to your lower back, pressing into the top of your sacrum. Or turn your hands up your back. To go deeper, reach back and clasp your heels. Engage your thighs. Bring your hips over your knees. Lift with your breastbone. Extend through the crown of your head. Exhaling, gently release. Take several deep breaths. Using Ujjayi. Hands under the shoulders, roll gently across the top of your head. Neck rolls. Releasing any compression in the back of the neck. And slowly sit back, rolling up, coming all the way up to sitting, Again, shift your hips to the right, swing your legs around in front of you with bent knees. One hand on each knee, slowly rolling down to the floor. Tucking the tail. Bridge position, bringing the heels in towards the buttocks, feet separated hip width. Exhaling, lift the hips, lengthen the thighs, roll your shoulders underneath you, interlacing the fingers, pressing through the forearms. Keep the feet active and pressing, the tops of the thighs extending, tailbone tucked, breastbone lifting, back of the head pressing into the floor. Exhaling, slowly release from the highest vertebra down to the lowest. Drawing your knees in towards your chest, releasing your lower back. And rock and roll all the way forward, sitting up straight, extending your hips slightly back behind you at an angle, folding the left foot in, extending the right leg for Janu Shirshasana, seated half forward fold. Inhaling, extend the arms. Exhaling, coming forward, clasping wherever you can comfortably reach. Pressing the leg bone, the top of the femur, back behind you. Adjusting your pose as it's comfortable for you. Top of the head moving towards the top of the feet. Shoulders released and relaxed. Front of the body extending. Press through the ball and heel of the foot, extending the foot. Inhaling, reaching out. Press with your sit bones, lift through the hands. Exhaling, closing the pose. Shifting your legs in front of you, shifting your hips back slightly. Drawing the opposite leg in. Extending through the left foot. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, follow the breath forward. Clasp wherever you can comfortably reach. Slowly extend forward with the exhalation. Keep your breath rhythmic. Back of the knee moving towards the floor. Top of the head moving towards the toes. Keep your weight across your sit bones. On inhalation, reach out, pressing with the sit bones, opening the ribs, looking up, and exhaling, closing the pose. Stretching both legs in front of you, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Leveling your weight across your sit bones, reach up through your arms, extending your arms forward, clasping, shifting your weight across your buttocks, exhaling, slowly releasing, relaxing your face, relax your neck and shoulders. Keep the power of the pose moving from your sit bones out through the balls of your feet and your heels. Keeping the shoulders moving away from the base of the neck and the ears. Readjusting your posture anytime you feel you need to, finding a deeper level of comfort. With inhalation, reach out, use your breath, come all the way up, fingertips reaching. Exhaling, closing the pose. Seated spinal twist. Draw your right foot to the outside of your left knee, your left foot to your right hip. Inhaling, extend your left arm out. Exhaling, bringing it across the front of your knee. Clasping the forearm. Deep inhalation. Right arm extends up and over. Planting the hand on the floor behind you, fingertips as close in towards your spine as you can. Press with your sit bones, press with your front foot. If you'd like to deepen the pose, you can extend your arm to the back side of your knee. Roll your shoulder back. Keep your chin level as you glide your chin towards your right shoulder. Exhaling, release. Changing sides. Take your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Take your right foot to your left hip. Bring your right arm out and over the top of the knee and the left arm over the top of your shoulder with the fingertips pressing down into the floor. Sit tall, back straight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Draw your left shoulder back. Glide your chin towards your left shoulder. Keep your neck long and extended, reaching through the crown of the head. Taking your breath deeply into the chest. Keep the front foot pressing, the sit bones pressing. Inhale, and on exhalation, release. Rocking your weight forward, coming onto your knees for the dolphin position. Measure off an elbow's width. Press your forearms down into the floor. Interlace your fingers. Press with your forearms, lift through your hips. Drop your head down towards the floor. Allow the top of your head to hang freely. Keep the shoulders lifting. Sit bones are pressing and lifting up towards the ceiling. Follow a line of energy down your legs with your heels contacting the floor, or you can be on the balls of your feet. In either case, keep weight through your heels. Keep the forearms active. Exhaling, gently release. Several deep ujjayi breaths, releasing slowly as you roll up, sitting on your hips. Shifting to the right, swinging the legs around, preparing for half shoulder stand position. Taking yourself slowly down onto your blanket, bringing your shoulders to the edge of your blanket, head and neck free of the blanket. Draw your knees in, lift your hips, bring your hands onto your hips. Keep your shoulders pressing, your upper arms active, your hips resting firmly and securely into your hands. Legs are extended back behind you at a 45-degree angle. You can also bring your legs to the wall and slowly walk your feet down the wall, bringing your hips and your heels into a straight line, lifting through your sit bones, hands supporting the back. In the half shoulder stand, let your hips simply rest back into your hands. Keep the breath fluid and even, working the inhalations and the exhalations. If you'd like to go further into the shoulder stand, lift your hips, extending through the balls of your feet, bringing your hands further up your back. Legs stay active. Back of the head contacting the floor. Exhaling, slowly release, bringing your feet down. Hands come to the floor, and lower slowly, one vertebra at a time, bending the knees and bringing the feet to the floor. Releasing and rolling gently to the side, preparing for fish position, removing your blanket and lying back. Legs extended straight out in front of you, elbows bent by your sides or underneath your hips. Press your elbows down into the floor as you raise through the breastbone, bringing yourself onto the crown of your head. When you're comfortable, hands can come into prayer position over your heart. Top of the head pressing into the floor, head in contact with the floor. Deep, even breathing, opening the lungs, opening the chest. Exhaling, gently release. Preparing for final relaxation. Shavasana, the corpse position. If you can't lie comfortably on the floor, then roll a blanket up, place it under the backs of your knees. This will help support the curve in the lower back. Extend your legs out greater than hip width, relaxing your feet. Release your hands several inches away from your hips and buttocks, palms facing upward. Chin points down towards the toes. Focus your attention down into your feet. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calf muscles and your shins. Relax your kneecaps and the undersides of your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your buttocks and your pelvic cavity. Relax your abdomen and the small of your back. Relax your rib cage and the center of your spine. Relax your chest and your upper back. Relax your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Relax your throat and the back of your neck. Relax the line of your jaw, your cheeks, your mouth. Relax your eyes and the space between your eyes. Relax your forehead and your temples. Relax your scalp and your skull. Relax the crown of your head. Gently return your attention to your breath. Softly move your fingertips and your toes. Begin to stretch. Gently roll to your right side and take a few breaths of transition. Using your breath to guide you back around into a comfortable seated posture, sit up straight with your eyes closed. Take slow, deep Ujjayi breaths. Bringing your hands back to prayer position over the heart center. Namaste.